Welcome back, everybody. This is Liz Marino 300 speaking. I hope all of y'all enjoyed yesterday's video. I know I enjoyed making it. We can jump right into this today. Damn, I have so many notifications. That's a lot. Okay. What did we do last episode? Last episode was episode 20 slash stream 20. What did we do? I forgot. I forgot what we did. Oh no. That's okay. What? There we go.
It
Everything's
has been a
full set
long
up.
time since I last set foot in the Nation of Wind. A friend of mine from Mondstadt would always
We met Jean-Louis.
bring a few bottles of locally brewed dandelion wine whenever.
You can join me to find out who he truly is. And shall his identity be revealed? Okay, let's see what our luck shall be this video. Oh, okay. Okay, Rosaria. But still, from a 1 pool, we got a character. That is pretty good, if I don't say so myself. Okay, because we got Rosaria. She isn't a new character, I believe. Where she isn't. So that means Constellation. Never mind, she is a new character. She's quite. I mistaken her for what? For Veda. New character. I haven't really used her ever. Oh yeah, wait a minute. This is one of my brother's favorite characters. Well, just a second. Well, there we are. Just had to welcome the stream. Although I would have rather getting, Young Faye. She was one of my best characters to use.
That's the pot! It looks like the Hilichurls are still using it. It's a bit late, but we gotta cut the line. I'll settle this. Our bond is strong.
Okay. There we go. Giant cooking pots.
There's still soup in here. These Hilichurls sure have big appetites. This soup looks like it could be used as our hydro-elemental protection. Let's fire it up and begin. We're ready to go. Paimon will help remember which one of the three is which. Use Pyro to keep making the pot hotter until we get the results we need. Mr. Zhongli said that the shinier and bluer the ore gets, the better it is. So, pay close attention. I'll bring my seasonings. Leave
I
it to
hope we
me.
don't need a battle. Are you kidding?
Nice and spicy.
criminal mastermind just protested their innocence
Great.
in court.
Whoa! That light came from the first note to Lucas Jade! Killer trolls are
have to
surrounding us
fight.
again! Were they attracted by the light? Such nosy neighbors! Let's take care of them and continue again after.
Should definitely get my electric out of well. If it's gonna be raining, might as well have this equipped.
Wait for my signal.
That light came from the second note to Lucas Jade, didn't it? More hairy churls. They don't give up, do they? Looks like they're mad that we ruined their food.
Sorry, but this is ours now.
Our bond is strong.
Oh, that's bright! Too bright!
Third one.
That was the third note to Lucas Jade, wasn't it? It was so much shinier than the rest. Let's go with that one. Let's head back to the Jade Mystery to buy some jade, shall we?
We need to first change back to character.
Oh, I'm...
First things first, instead of that, gotta do our commissions. The only reason I did that is because, well, we're literally right there. I'll wait for that though.
Our bond is strong.
Hey! Bring it on!
Out of my way. Dissipate.
Ay, 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 okay.
We got a situation.
Our bond is strong.
Hey!
Yeah, I really can't get her. Oh well. Oh well, well. Hmm. What? No. My character looks smug as hell. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. Where are you? Is that seriously it? Okay. I'm not complaining. Because easier to quest. Well, the more they go out. So let's check if if the quest's about. Or unlocks in 5 hours, so we'll be doing that tomorrow. Oh, for some of you, for the people watching back on YouTube, I just realized you're just gonna be watching this on Christmas, right? Yeah. Well, for some people, it's already Christmas. But for here in Australia, it's not Christmas yet. Not just yet. I just realized it's gonna be Christmas videos. Yeah. Or some people watching. Sorry about that, but tomorrow is the Christmas stream for me.
Can't move me!
Our bond is strong.
This moment will be frozen in time. Yeah, yeah.
Stand with me.
There we go. Give him a rifle, man. It's just a simple as boom, 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 boom.
Our bond is strong.
Fracture.
Final quest. I got a question. Do you get more Primogems for if the quest is in like Lume, Sumeru, stuff like that? Keep wrong guy.
Lightning Scarabocca.
Yeah. Confess. Yeah.
Our bond is strong.
1, 2, dodge 3. And there we are. Did oh, I thought I leveled up. I was about to be like, really? What are we playing for? Oh. I think I reached 32 before that. Would you look at that? I actually did level up to 27. Hooray!
Let's
I
just
now am
hope the rain
believing
hasn't
that
washed
I
all the
should
clues
have
away.
given more, like, explanation to my, the new follower.
Ad
Because I said
Astra
10
Abyssosque.
p.m. I do start
Welcome
at 10
to the
p.m., but I think
Adventurers
it's...
Guild.
I think it's Eastern Standard Time. Let me check. I don't know how this works. Like, I know some people watch me what you call it? In the US, that's 13 hours behind me. There's some places where it's ahead and stuff. So I'm sorry for any misconception for
Thank
people
you for
trying to
completing today's commissions. Here is your
watch.
reward. Ad Astra Abyssosque.
And oh yes, that's for animo. I can't really upgrade.
Ad Astra Abyssosque.
Just
Welcome
a
to the
second.
Adventurers Guild.
What time zone is? Australia Western Standard Time or time zone GMT. I think that is AWST. Could I still upgrade my No, I can't. This requires Hydra. Ah. Oh well. I actually should advance down this quest as well. Wait, no, this is the wrong quest. This quest. Because if I get too far away from this quest, like, what do you call it? If I don't do this quest enough, the quest is eventually going to take, I don't know, a whole day instead of just probably half an hour as it's going to take now. So, yeah. Wait a minute. That's me. Is there a... Yes, there is an Adventurers Guild here. Let me just real quick.
There's something in the air.
Let me check it.
Something that tells me a new case is brewing.
Wait. The stream rules is no spoiler and no backseating. Yes, I got a thing in, what you call it? One of my other followers, said something about wait, what? Cousins. That's okay.
Isn't that Charlotte?
As in, no spoiling for, like, me, try not to spoil things, because I haven't really played a lot, and I haven't played for a while, and I still don't even know, what backseating is. I know the general idea, it's like having a stream like this one here, and then just playing it back on the thing and just commentary.
Who's your friend and what are they chatting about?
Yeah, I don't like spoilers either.
Please, with the cherry on top, Charlotte! Journalist extraordinaire!
So,
Please tell me you're joking!
with spoiling, that doesn't only include the game, that includes like new movies, songs, and stuff. Because, well, it's still technically spoiling, and I don't really like spoilers.
I read that a gang of criminals tricked the Gardamex by disguising themselves as blubber beasts. It's true, isn't it? I've invested all my savings into graph adversarial technology and even taken out a sizable bank loan. I'm begging you like the beggiest beggar in all of Begdom.
What?
I need you to calm down a little, Miss Lapine, Pauline.
Charlotte, a reporter from Steambird, a renowned newspaper in Fontaine. Charlotte has an enthusiastic nature and a keen sense of news. Traveling across the streets of Fontaine, was I too loud? Streets of Fontaine, she captures the truth of a multitude of matters with her trusty camera. Her lifelong endeavor is to publish authentic and breaking exclusive scoops in her pursuit of the truth.
I admire
No.
your passion for your research, and I don't mean to dash your hopes for those, big ticket orders.
I accidentally clicked off. So cute. Not sure.
But I'm afraid I'm not joking.
Opinions.
The Blubber Beast incident was a short story mailed to us by an anonymous... It sounds like they're just discussing us. Funnily enough, I actually remember being in a meeting where the editing team was debating the potential risk of misleading the public with this. But to our surprise, they fully supported us printing it. They figured that the false intel would be a great way to dupe potential criminals into wearing... In truth, Gardamex are extremely sophisticated in their capabilities. They can identify criminals just as reliably as the best human guards, so a crude disguise isn't gonna get you far. If anything, it'll just make you Since we ran that story, the Maison Gardiennage has made a slew of arrests, including, one phantom blubber beast, a titanic red-crowned finch, and a specter man. So I knew this story had helped out law enforcement, but this is the first time I'm learning of an innocent citizen being deceived by it, and investing so much Mora for nothing.
So hot here. There we go. Much better.
Uh-oh. She really sounds like she's in pain. Paimon thinks we should just ask Charlotte what's going on.
And I think Charlotte is. I think by this point I should know it.
Hey, Charlotte!
But I can't get the phrase.
Traveler, Paimon, it's you! I was in the area taking some photos for a story when I got to talking to Miss Lapine Pauline about her research. She read an article in the Steambird about a criminal who evaded Gardamex detection by disguising themselves as a blubber beast. Inspired by this story, she spent a lot of Mora researching counter-criminal image recognition technology. Her aim was to improve Fontaine's public security by developing a device that could enhance Gardamex target recognition capabilities. She was hoping I could write an article to spread awareness about image recognition technology. She even paid me for the article and gave me one of her prototype devices before I could get a word in. But unfortunately, it was just a fictional story, and her efforts and aspirations were all in vain. I tried to let her down gently, but she's finding it all very hard to accept. This is a new situation for us, too. It's such a pity. It seems like the author was only trying to make the story interesting. And Wait, Miss Lapine Pauline, what are you doing?
I'm gonna pick a fight with a Gardamex, head to the opera at Biclez, and get a one-way ticket to the Fortress of Merope. That way, I won't have to repay my debts. It's the only way I can afford.
Whoa, there's no need to go that far. I mean, come on, look at you. You wouldn't even dent the Gardamex armor. In all likelihood, they'd only hold you up at the Maison Gardiennage for a few days before letting you out, and then you'd still have to repay your debts. Actually, instead of going into the technicalities of that,
how much did you actually invest? How bad can it really be?
Those words there are famous last words. How bad can it really be?
270,000 mora.
That's actually not that much. I think I have that on my person.
Okay, well, escaping to the fortress of Meripede over a sum like that seems like a last resort. Surely there must be other options.
Not anymore. I used to be an equipment supplier to the Fontaine Research Institute before that blew to pieces, and now I'm just a small-time engineer. I scraped together some savings over the past few years, but I put every last mora into this project. And it's not just my savings that are gone, it's my whole future as a graph adversarial technology specialist and my dreams of becoming a billionaire one day.
I think every Genshin player is to be a billionaire.
My life is over.
Don't despair, Miss Lapine Pauline. I think I know a way for you to turn this around. This prototype you've given me, the camera lens for image recognition sample collection. It's really quite something. You said you designed it specifically for high-fidelity image capture and analysis, yes? The rapid focal length adjustment is a very useful function in its own right. It's sure to make many journalists' jobs much easier. In fact, I'd say it has the potential to revolutionize Fontaine's news media. So your research efforts thus far are by no means in vain. The technology you've developed may have many applications that you've never even considered.
Really?
Absolutely. I've been working as a journalist for the Steambird for a long time now. No one understands the issues we journalists face on a day-to-day basis better than me. So keep calm, take heart, and start thinking about mass production. In the meantime, I'll show your invention to all my colleagues to drum up interest in your product.
I can't believe it! If this is true, then I can look into setting up a whole camera lens development pipeline. My big-ticket orders and billionaire aspirations are still in the cards. Oh, maybe I should consider taking out another loan. That way, I can rapidly improve the lens production process, be the first to market, and prepare to battle for dominance in the camera industry.
How many people agree on that opinion? I don't know how to pronounce your name.
Come on, stop daydreaming about your pipelines for a minute. Just take it one step at a time and see how it goes. There's no sense in putting all your eggs in one basket before things are even off the ground.
Overly ambitious might come to bite you on the back. Be steady, strong so we wins away.
And I can probably speak to some people I know and license my image recognition device to a workshop to raise some funds. I can't believe I didn't think of this sooner. There's no time to lose. I need to get to work. Early bird gets the worm.
Can you believe her? Paimon's pretty sure our advice went in one ear and out the other.
It's understandable. When inspiration and passion strike at the same time, it's all too easy to throw yourself headfirst into your work and forget about everyone around you. A lot of journalists are the same way when they're first starting out. But don't you worry. I'm gonna write an article on all this, and I'll be checking in on her regularly. Her research has the potential to benefit the entire journalistic community. I'll give her plenty of input to stop her from going down any rabbit holes, and make sure mass production of her lens can begin as soon as possible.
It's reassuring to know that you'll be looking out for her, Charlotte.
Actually, you know what? Why don't you two take this prototype lens?
Oh yeah, that's how
I'm
the
sure you'll have plenty of
prototype
chances to
lens.
use it on your travels. It takes the right person to get the most out of a new technology. In your hands, it's sure to capture some amazing sights.
Thanks a lot, Charlotte. What a nice surprise. We were just curious about what you guys were talking about. Totally didn't expect to get a free gift out of it.
You're welcome. I got something out of this too. The beginnings of a very interesting news story.
That's confusing head. Also, thank you for using the purple heart. As some of my Twitch knows already, one of the colors I'm able to see. Some colors I can't. And purple is one of the ones I
Boundaries
can.
between real
So
news
thank you.
reports and news-like fiction must not be blurred. Even when there's a compelling justification for... Yes, that's how I'll phrase it to the editors when I give them my feedback. Let's hope we don't mislead any more well-meaning citizens in the future.
Okay. Special analyst zoom lens. After activating the special analyst zoom lens through the inventory or the gadget shortcut bar, you can use your camera to use a special threaded function. After Charlotte activates this gadget, the original effects of framing, freeze point, composition, hold mode cannot take effect, but you can use special methods to take the photo. Really? Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Well, as I said, let's first get this, and then next to see if I would have gotten.
Ad Astra Abyssosk.
What about? But I'm gonna make sure to claim things from here from now on as well. I want Pat Pat. No, I don't know Pat Pat. Is that a character? One. No. No, I don't know who or what Pat Pat is.
My intuition tells me that something very interesting is about
No, I don't. Is it like head pats or something? This thing I can. Is it? Is it? Hello. Who's here? Yeah, okay. Then I know what a Pat Pat is.
So this is what food from Montana's like. It sure is different from what we have in Inazuma. How should I describe it? It seems like you have to go through a lot more steps to make them. And the flavor has many layers too.
Ah, yes. When I first went to Inazuma, I actually thought the food there tasted a little too bland. It took some time for me to get used to it.
Let's get back to the purpose of this trip for a moment, shall we? How have preparations for the film been coming along, Mr. Xavier?
Well, I've already assembled most of the film crew, a lighting specialist, a prop manager, and a costume designer. I've also bought the copyrights from the novel's author.
Oh, it's called The Two Musketeers, right? I read the script you sent me on the way here. The story is pretty good.
Originally, I was planning to start filming as soon as Sir Kamisato and Lady Ayaka arrived in Fontaine, but I'm afraid I've run into a bit of a problem.
Oh? What is it?
It has to do with the film's investor, Mr. Morris. He suddenly informed me this morning that he's encountered some financial trouble and will be unable to release to me the amount of funding agreed upon.
It's said that Fontaine's legal system is well developed. If he has violated the contract, then can't you simply take him to court over the matter?
Well, I'm still more concerned about filming. Even if I were to take him to court, I'm afraid it would take months before the case could even be heard.
Then, is there a way we could raise funds ourselves to solve the problem?
I've considered that option too, but unfortunately, it's difficult to gather such a large amount of mora on such short notice. Besides, we have to consider the film festival's submission deadline.
Mr. Xavier, if Ayaka and I were willing to perform for free, would that resolve the problem you are
What? No, out of the question.
There's no need to worry, Mr. Xavier. My brother and I had actually intended to work for free after receiving your invitation. Inazuma has only recently reopened its borders, and needs to strengthen its relations and cultural ties with other nations.
Thank you.
We didn't have many collaboration projects with Fontaine in the past, so we hoped this trip would serve as a good start for the future.
Indeed. You could say that's the real reason why the Yashiro Commission agreed to come to Fontaine.
I understand, but having you two act for free just doesn't seem right.
Not at all. While we're officially here to conduct a cultural survey of sorts, we must express our sincerity if we want to establish formal cultural ties with your nation. This film will serve as proof of friendly cooperation and cultural exchange between Inazuma and Fontaine. It's my hope that the film can be finished and released as smoothly as possible. If you still don't feel comfortable with this arrangement, I would also be more than happy to be introduced to some other renowned individuals in Fontaine's literary and artistic circles.
All right, I'll do as you say. Thank you so much. I'll make sure to cobble together enough mora now, even if it means selling my house, my camera, and every single family heirloom.
Come on now, no need to go that far. I'll also help you out as a brand sponsor. Me too! Even though I didn't bring much more to spend on this trip, it's still better than nothing.
Isn't she a millionaire or something? I'm not sure.
Too kind, all of you. I really don't know how to...
Ew. Alright, enough about that. Now that we have Xavier's savings, my support, and 2 leads who are willing to act for free, I think we will be able to make this happen. So, instead of Mora, you'll help with filming and production.
Oh, but how can we help with that?
Alright, pull yourself together, Xavier.
All right. Let me think. We still need a camera operator, a clapper loader, and someone to manage logistics. I originally wanted to personally serve as director, but I've been too busy working as the producer. So the positions of director and director's assistant will also need to be filled.
Paimon knows what the director and the logistics support person do, but what's a clapper loader?
The clapper loader is responsible for using the clapper board to record and organize the information of each shot when the camera operator begins shooting. The work requires both patience and careful attention to detail.
A clapperboard? Oh, you mean the thing?
Yes, that's right.
Ah,
Are you interested in that job?
She seems cold.
For sure! Paimon's always wanted to try that!
Alright, then you'll be our clapper loader. I can find someone from the store to help with logistics. What do you think, Sav?
Oh, fine by me. As for our camera operator, I was thinking of...
Oh, she's great when it comes to using a camera! Paimon can't even count how many things we've taken photos of during our journey!
Yes, that's also what I was thinking. I noticed the Traveler had an eye...
I'm sure that's due to the Traveler's journey across Devat and all the places they've seen.
What do you say, Traveler? Are you interested in the job? Thank you. It really means a lot to me. Come on, friend. Let me give you a big warm hug.
So, all that's left for us to find is a director and an assistant.
Oh, me! I want to be the director's assistant. All we need to do is help the director, right? I can handle that.
All right, then all we need is a director. Oh, all the well-known directors in Fontaine are...
Oh, Farina helped out a theater troupe recently by serving as an artistic consultant. She could be a good director, right?
No hard
Besides, it's not like she has anything else to do right now.
Farina? Do you really think Lady Farina would be willing to help us with our humble project?
Isn't that the name of Fontaine's Hydro Archon? My brother has already informed me about what happened here in Fontaine.
Yep, that's her. She helped out a theater troupe not too long ago, and now she's taking up work as a director.
Well,
I saw that musical. Her performance was perfect. Don't let her former identity intimidate you.
fine. You're right, Chiori. Then I'll have to ask the Traveler and Paimon to show me the way to Lady Farina's residence.
Do you need us to also come along?
No, there's no need to trouble you with this. Besides, you've just arrived in Fontaine. Just leave this task to me. It's part of my duties as the producer.
Very well. Then we'll be waiting to hear the good news.
I'll go with you. By the way, you might want to consider bringing a gift.
And don't worry, we won't simply drop you off at Farina's place.
All right, then I'll start making preparations. As for the gift...
A gift for some...
I recall that Lady Farina once fancied a clockwork ring, so perhaps I should get another exquisite clockwork contraption for her.
No. Shoots. Nine.
Huh?
Oops.
Can't we just bring some desserts, like the Fontinalia mousse?
But wouldn't that be a little too cheap? She does like desserts, though.
Isn't the Fontinalia festival happening right now? I heard Evil tell us on the Aquabus that Farina introduced the tradition of going door to door and asking for sweets. To do something like that, she must have a real sweet tooth.
I agree with Yoimiya.
Alright then, let's go buy some Fontinalia mousse.
But will that really be enough?
You're right. We need to further sweeten the deal.
Huh? You want something even sweeter than Fontinalia mousse?
Yes, we'll need a gift that's sweeter than any dessert in the world.
But what could that be?
What do you mean?
Your words of praise.
Stand with me!
Yes, this is the coffin. Alright, that's the only one I'm gonna buy. Rest of my cat, I guess. Rightio. Worked a lot more. I'm not gonna do any rural quests in this place, but this limited quest, I'm definitely going to do because it's a limited quest we can expect.
We're here! This is where Farina lives.
Okay, I'll go knock on the door.
Oh, whoops, I put that wrong.
Who are you?
Farina. She once stood above the grandest opera house as the Hydra Archon, looking down upon all below her. Farina has now left the stage and entered the mortal mundane world. She no longer acts as the Archon. There are many in the court of Fontaine who still revere her and consider her an idol, and her passionate personality that draws her to the spotlight cannot be changed overnight. Compelling stories overflow with emotion are still being told and performed, just as before, only from now Farina needs not to stand on high, looking from afar, though the certain has fallen of her life as a god. Her life as a human has only just begun.
Lady Farina, please allow me to
Hello. Oh, is that the traveler in Paimon I see behind you? I'm Chiori. Ah, the one from Chioria Boutique. Hello, hello. So, what are you all doing here? Do you need something?
Did you just get up, Farina? It's already past noon, you know. Huh? Oh, Paimon means the weather is so nice in the afternoon and the sun is so warm. Just like how you make us feel. Sleeping in late is a really smart idea.
No. I was just up late last night reading some novels. What does sleeping in have to do with the weather?
This is a small gift we've prepared for you, Lady Farina.
No need to be so formal. I'm just a regular person like everyone else now. Oh, is this Fontinalia mousse? It's one of my favorites.
You know what
That's
I just
great.
realized?
So, actually, there's something we need your help with.
Something I just realized. The animation is a bit earlier than the text. And same as the mouth movements. Can get a little bit annoying. Just a little bit.
Given your renowned passion and understanding of drama.
Oh, but didn't you just say that you're...
Yes, but for this particular project...
Are the Traveler and Paimon also part of the film?
Yep, we sure are. Paimon's the clapper loader and she's the camera operator.
Camera operator? That can be a pretty technical job. And no, I'm not questioning your abilities. It's just that I've never really seen you use a camera before.
Maybe you can come up with a test for the Traveler and see for yourself. If she can satisfy you with her camera skills, then you'd have nothing to worry about and
You sure are getting better at rolling with the situation, Paimon. All right, how about this? We'll work with what we have. Very good. It's essential for the camera operator to... Are you ready? I have high standards, you know. Okay, grab the camera and I'll give you a scenario.
So, yeah. And there's a scene that shows off the workshop with navigation. Scene that shows the forge to work with the narration. Scene the atmosphere as See it works. See. Is that one better than that one? I'm 100% sure about this. Sure. I believe that's right.
Oh, it appears that you have more skill than I thought. All the shots had a great composition, and I could really feel a connection to the characters and their lines.
Yeah! Does that mean you agree to be our director, Farina?
Did you think I would agree just like that? After our performance of The Little Oceanid, I've begun to make a name for myself again, you know. In fact, I've already had several troops approach me for the Fontanalia Film Festival. Unfortunately, the scripts were all pretty boring and didn't pique my interest. If others were to find out I agreed to work with you so easily, then, well...
Hey, but didn't we have a deal? What else do we need to do?
Well, what about the pay?
Huh?
It's terrible.
You know, how much you're willing to pay me to be the director?
Well, I can offer you this much?
What? That's all? If Nervulat were to hear of this, he could charge you with underpaying your labor.
I'm sorry, but our crew is in a tight financial spot at the moment.
I see. Well, even though it's highly unlikely now that I'll join your crew.
Oh, our script is an adaptation of The Two Musketeers.
Huh? Wait, you mean the suspense thriller novel that was a #1 bestseller?
Oh, so Farina's read it too.
Of course I read it. I've always had a keen interest in artistic works that strike a chord with I see. It all makes sense now. You must have used
Not really. The novel's author transferred the copyright to me practically for free once he heard that I wanted to make a film adaptation of the story.
He probably just wants to get his name out there. So, Mora isn't the most important thing to him right now. It reminds me of a delivery courier who wears one of my designs while traveling all across Teyvat. I didn't charge her much for the outfit either. The exposure she provides for my brand is well worth it.
So, are you a big fan of this story, Farina?
Well, it's alright. The pacing of the story, Mr.
Oh, as much freedom as you would need.
Good. Then I'm free to alter the script as I see fit.
Absolutely, no problem.
All right. It seems that your crew really can't go on without my care and direction.
So, you agree?
Yes, I agree. Although the pay is well below what someone of my caliber deserves. A great script calls for a great director. I mustn't let a perfectly good story be ruined due to—
Oh, Hydro Archon!
There's no more Hydro Archon, you know. And it's still a little early to celebrate. There's a lot that goes into shooting a film. Although, and by the way, since we'll be filming The Two Musketeers, we'll need to find an action choreographer. Ideally, a professional who has actual experience with musket.
Yes, I've thought about this as well. I was hoping that...
Me? If
this was... Navia can also use firearms, but unfortunately, her style is quite different from that of the characters in the story.
Could we ask the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol?
Oh, you mean the Special Patrol's musketeers?
Yes, that's right. They work with muskets every day. I can't think of anyone more qualified than them.
They would be under Nervilette's jurisdiction. Unfortunately, I, don't have any connection with them at all. So, in the end, we still have to start by talking to Nervilette.
No need to go to all that trouble. I know their Captain Chevres.
Oh, you do? Wait, Chiori, how do you know the captain of the Special Patrol's musketeer?
No particular reason. Running a business means dealing with some trouble from time. In return, I've helped her handle a few situations in which the Special Patrol couldn't get involved
Thought
directly.
you'd say that earlier,
So
like a
we
lot
have gotten to know
earlier.
each other over time.
So you're saying there's been times when the Special Patrol needed a fashion designer to handle a situation? Your work is becoming more and more mysterious.
It'd be best to keep it that way. Anyway, enough about that. What do you all think about asking the captain to be our musket action choreographer?
She sounds professional enough. She is a captain after all. I have no objections.
But I imagine the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol must be busy with their duties. Do you think she'd really have time to help with shooting a film? And then there's the issue of pay.
Well, it just so happens that she's also not the kind of person that's just after Mora. As for whether she has time, I'll have to go and ask her first.
Then I'll leave that to you. Macaroni's on sale today, so I've got to go. You can just tell me how things went when we discuss tomorrow's plan later.
No problem.
Having Farina join feels like a big boost to our team.
Of course. Just wait until the day of our premiere. You'll witness the true power of my name in these lands. You'll be so glad I agreed to help. I'll be sure to ask some people I know to see if they'd be willing to act as extras.
Seems like you're finally getting more comfortable with your own reputation now.
I didn't ask for the Clapper Loader's commentary, Paimon.
Then let's get going. I happen to know where Chevres is today.
By the way, I'm curious. If my pay is so low...
Actually, they told us that they see the trip as part of a culture.
What? So is every person in Tevat who doesn't want money gathered here to shoot this film? Don't tell me Chiori isn't being paid either.
I already knew Xavier from before, and he's also agreed to give my brand some good exposure.
It seems the gods have really smiled upon you, Xavier. And that certainly doesn't include me, mind you.
Okay. So, there was a book.
Besides the macaroni.
Okay. Is there another one of the musketeers? Check the book in the archives. Yeah. There's still 2 more volumes. We know what the other 2 volumes are, because I'm curious if it would change the, like, dialogue. So there's something for some games changes the dialogue. Saves me from me needing to make all this myself at Bedouin. Higher? Right, yeah. Chocolate. Hello? What? Oh, yeah.
All right.
But where's the cat?
She's over there. The one with an eye patch reading in front of the newsstand.
Oh, her! Paimon could tell there was something.
Please wait here for a moment. I'll go fetch her. She's working now, so you...
Working? But isn't she just...
Just trust me.
Oh, alright, let's see what happens then. She always sure is a mysterious person. She claims just to be a fashion designer, but she knows all these powerful people.
The court of Fontaine isn't particularly tolerant of visitors from overseas, so it isn't easy for a foreigner to promote their brand here. Even more so in the competitive world of fashion. Even a local like me just trying to make a film has to face all kinds of challenges. So I can only imagine what Chiori has been through to get where she is today. I'm sure that having more connections has definitely worked in her favor.
Reading on the job?
Detective novel.
One main character?
No. Multiple. Branching storylines.
I see. How's the plot coming along?
One of the main characters is about to make a choice that will affect the rest of his life. I'd wager he's going to make the wrong choice.
Any way to speed things up? There's something I need your help with.
You know that doesn't depend on me. It all comes down to what the character chooses.
Which is exactly why I'm here to help.
All right. It appears he made the wrong choice in the end. Halt!
Huh? What's going on?
Hand over whatever you're holding.
Oh, it's just a book. I didn't buy anything.
Then I'm sure you wouldn't mind letting me have a look.
Excuse me, officer. I don't mind you standing around here, not purchasing anything, but I'd prefer if you didn't disturb my customers. It's bad for business, you know?
Don't give me that act. You won't be able to get off so easily either. I am Chevret, captain of Fontaine's Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. And before you do anything unwise, Let me remind you that I'll have you on the ground before you can even think about making a run for it.
All right. I'll give it to you. But please let me say something first. If there's any
Why, you trying to leave me on the hook, huh? You were the—
Save it for the interrogation room. Take them away, Letelier.
Damn.
What's going on here? 1 second you're reading a book
And who are... Oh! Aren't you the traveler who's been all over the papers recently? Maybe I can let you in on what's happening then. Now that Vacher has been brought to justice, no new shipments of synth will be... Thanks to a tip from our reliable source here, this should be the very last batch.
Oh, so you were pretending to read a book in order to catch the... Oh! Paimon almost forgot to introduce ourselves.
Hey, I'm Chevraz. You probably already heard me.
Yeah. Why didn't you make a move as soon as you had the chance?
No, I wanted to see if the shopkeeper would turn himself in first. All he had to do was come up to me and say that he didn't know where the synth had come from. If he did that, then I wouldn't have had to press charges on him.
He had the whole day to turn the synth over to Chevraz. But instead, the moment I came up and blocked Chevraz's line of sight, he took the opportunity to sell it off.
Yep, he made the wrong choice, even though the right choice was right there in front of him.
But you knew they wouldn't make the right choice.
Yeah, I knew. I was just hoping I'd be wrong for once.
Oh, you hate the English dub.
Enough about that, though.
Sadly, I
What
didn't
did
have
you wanna
enough
ask me about?
storage for the Japanese or Chinese or Spanish, Dutch. I didn't have enough storage. So, I just had to stick with the default. Sorry about it.
The Two Musketeers. You certainly have a good eye for... So what do you need me to do? Just...
Yes, that's right. I want to make sure we get all the details right. I want the actor's posture and understanding of firearms to be as realistic as possible. However, I'm afraid this work will require a bit of your time, since you'll have to be present whenever we're filming.
No need to say any more. I'll join.
Huh? Just like that?
Really? You're willing to help us with our humble film project?
Sure, it's no big deal. As I said, we've wrapped up our investigation here, so I don't have any other tasks on my plate for the moment. Besides, I personally really like this novel. I even have the collector's edition at home. Stories where justice prevails over evil never get old for me.
Then we've got a deal?
Yes, I'll see you on set tomorrow.
Oh my! I can hardly believe it! I should tell Lady Farina immediately. Oh!
Calm down, Xavier. The film is going to take more than just a day to finish. Still, I should also head back now and start preparing the actors' costumes and makeup.
So, this episode is completely for this mission.
Traveler,
No.
Paimon, please stay for a moment. I have...
Then I'll take Xavier back. Poor thing. He's so excited that he can't even walk straight anymore. I don't want to spend our first day fishing our producer out of the fountain. Yep, see you tomorrow.
So what did you want to tell us, Chevraz?
Have you read The Two Musketeers? The story is about a pair of children born into the household of a baron, and their struggle. They were raised at the baron's one day. However, many years late, the baron believed that the mothers, but it was actually those two siblings who had fled all those years ago. They used all of their abilities to collect evidence and clues
reason I'm
before
skipping it is
executing their plan and
because
exacting revenge on the baron.
Everyone by now
Their
would
actions
be
let
able
the
to
truth behind their
be
mother's
by this
death be
point.
known to all.
That's quite an exhilarating story.
Yep. The Baron got what he deserved for his evil deeds, and justice was able to prevail.
Oh, so is that why you were so willing to join our crew, Chevraz?
You could say it was one of the reasons.
Oh, you mean there were other reasons?
I've read the reports about you. Whether it was at the trials or when you lent your hand to resolve our nation's crisis, you've shown that you've got a strong sense of justice,
that?
as well
I
as a
haven't
great
done
mind for
that yet.
deductions. Yes, you're as sharp as I expected. There's been a recent murder case involving muskets.
Huh? Really? But Paimon didn't see anything about that in today's paper.
The Marechaussee Phantom hasn't yet released any information to the public, because
A murder involving involving firearms. But not that many people use those in Fontaine, right?
Impossible. We perform a routine inspection of our firearms and ammo reserves every day. If one of the weapons had been fired, it would stick out like a sore thumb. However... Well, that's all I can disclose about the...
Huh? What do you mean?
I hope you all can go back and get some shut-eye. You can decide tomorrow whether or not you'd like to join the investigation with me. I'm aware this might not be the ideal time to add more to your plate, but the more capable... Carrying out investigations isn't actually supposed to be our responsibility. Our job is to apprehend the perpetrators. Finding them is really up to the Marechaussee Phantom. You could say I'm taking part in the investigation out of personal interest.
Is that
I don't want
headphones?
people to see muskets in a negative way, and also, I'm concerned about the similarity between the crimes and the story.
You mean
Do you
they
wearing
might be
headphones?
connected somehow?
I suspect so. Just to make myself clear, this is not an order. If you two have any interest in the case after we finish filming tomorrow and are willing to assist me, then I would be most grateful.
What do you think, Traveler? Yeah, you're right. Pyron's getting a little tired too. We've really been hustling all day.
You'd better head back and get some rest. It's good to keep a calm mind, especially when you're about to make an important decision. Otherwise, when the moment comes, you might end up like that shopkeeper and not even realize that the right choice is right there in front of you.
One complete. And that's where I ended a video good. But I hope yes. Fiction and reality. Wait until the following morning weeks as well. It's again.
The Arataki game. Stirs up any.
It's finally time to meet up with everyone. Paimon even dreamt of making the film last night. If Paimon
These two quests are already available. Looks like we got our next day cut out for us. Our next, like, 3-4 episodes. I have a teleport. That's okay.
Ayaka, Yoimiya, you're already here!
Good morning. Xavier said yesterday afternoon went well.
Yeah, and how about you, Ayaka? What were you up to yesterday?
After we split up, Ayato went to see Udex Nervillette at the Palais Mermonia. I was originally thinking of going with him, but he said he could manage it himself. He told me to go see the sights around Fontaine and to enjoy the local culture. So I rode the aquabus with Yoimiya and visited the Opera House on Aranias Island.
Yeah, you wouldn't believe what we saw there! 2 mechanical puppets that were dancing together! You've already seen them, right? Yeah, those two! Amazing, aren't they?
I fought them on this account yet? No, I haven't.
We sat and watched for quite a while. It was mesmerizing. Like we could keep watching them forever.
Oh, it was the same for us the first time we saw them too.
No, I want to fight them.
Afterwards, we went swimming at the beach! Well, diving, to be exact. It was the first time I ever breathed underwater! I held Ayaka's hand and we counted down together. 3, 2, 1, and then splash! We were beneath the waves. At first, I didn't dare to open my mouth. But once I couldn't hold my breath any longer, I decided to take a big breath in. Turns out the water wasn't as salty as I imagined. It didn't really taste like anything at all. Before I knew it, I was breathing like normal down there. It was an amazing feeling. Ayaka said I was too nervous and needed to loosen my grip. She got used to everything way faster than I did.
Okay.
I knew that the Traveler could do it, so I had no doubt we could do it too. That helped me feel at ease as soon as we dove in. The underwater world in Fontaine truly is beautiful. I love seeing the Romaritime flowers blossoming underwater, like little candles lighting up the streets at night.
Yeah, and there were so many creatures that we've never seen in Inazuma. Like those fish that shimmer like a sword blade. Whoosh! Oh, and those big fish that call when they see people.
It's a whale.
Oh, you mean Hunter's Rays and Blubber Beasts.
I just love the name Blubber Beast. Just wait till Pops and the others hear about this. They probably won't believe a word I say.
Yoimiya was down there for quite a while. It was dark before we finally rode the aqua bus back to the city. I figured she'd want to sleep in today.
Yeah, even I was worried that I wouldn't be able to get up. I still felt like I was drifting in the waves when I went to sleep last night. But as soon as I woke up today, I remembered that we'd all be shooting a film together, and I was ready to go.
Speaking of the film, where's everybody else?
My brother and Xavier were speaking to the restaurant owner about using the place as a filming location. They should be here soon. As for the others, we're here.
There they are. Right on time.
Please excuse my tardiness. I just finished the Special Patrol's 6-mile morning jog.
Wait, 6 miles?
Hey Siri. How far is 6 miles in kilometers?
6 miles is 9.66 kilometers.
It's not that much. With a 10k jog.
I'm so tired. I heard you all chatting,
Every morning
so I
at 10
decided to come
a.m.
down.
I do a 10-kilometer
I
jog.
sure could use some of that endless energy everyone else has.
Good
And
morning,
I do a
everyone.
10k jog later in the day.
Morning.
About 2 hours before I start
Fetch me a
streaming.
cup of coffee.
Well,
More
at 8
milk,
o'clock.
hold the sugar.
Sure, I'd be happy to do that for you.
No, you can't go anywhere. Please, have a seat over here so I can get started on your makeup. The last thing I want is coffee stains on my costumes.
I can get the coffee. It's the perfect job for an assistant.
Yep. She is the assistant after all.
So much energy. Seriously, what's her secret?
Oh, Yoimiya's always like that. But you sure look exhausted, Farina. It's because you're not used to waking up so early, huh?
Of course not. I spent the whole night reading the novel from cover to cover, marking sections that either need to be omitted or adapted.
That's actually pretty cool.
Paimon didn't expect you to be so thorough.
Right.
Well, I was the biggest star in all of Fontaine after all. It takes more than just a pretty face to earn a reputation like that. I know how to get serious when the situation calls for it. I went all out when I was acting as an Archon, so why wouldn't I do the same for my own life?
Here's your coffee, Director Farina.
Spill. First person view? Okay, that feels a bit weird.
The sound of being called director and the aroma of coffee feels almost as refreshing as hearing the birds chirping in the morning.
It seems everyone has managed to arrive on time.
So far apart.
We've reached an agreement with the restaurant owner. We are free to use the second floor to shoot our film.
Really? That's great!
He is really looking forward to our film, and hopes that providing his restaurant as a filming location will attract more customers. Well then, Mr. Xavier, I'll leave the rest to you.
Okay, thanks. First, I'd like to introduce our new members. This is our prop manager, Veronique. She'll be in charge of all the film's props and items. And this is Bonneau, our lighting technician. He'll be in charge of lighting and illumination to set up each scene's atmosphere.
He looks familiar. Very, very familiar, but from where? From where? I don't know.
Wow. Sure feels like we have some real professionals joining the crew now.
First of all, please allow me to first express my sincerest gratitude to everyone in the crew. When my investor informed me yesterday that he wouldn't be able to provide the funds, I really thought that this was the nail in the coffin for this film. I had no idea that I'd find so many people willing to help me on such short notice. Thank you. Thank you all from the bottom of my heart.
No need to be so cordial, Mr. Xavier. We're all honored to be a part of this.
Your works made a profound impression on me when I saw them back in Inazuma. I am sure that someday, this film will be remembered as a prime example of cultural exchange between Fontaine and Inazuma.
Yes, the story is the reason I agreed to join. I can't bear to even imagine what this film would look like without the very best director.
Anyway, I would like to make a promise to everyone that as the producer of this film, I'll do whatever I can to ensure that everything goes as smoothly as possible. This is not just my film. It also embodies the thoughts and feelings of every person here, as well as the endless effort we are about to pour into it. So, without further ado, the Two Musketeers will officially begin filming now! You may take it from here, Director Farina.
All right, listen up, everyone.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
The first scene takes place when the two young musketeers are living at the Baron's home, still unaware of all that is about to happen to them. We'll need props and lighting to set the scene. Our lead actors can go get their makeup done, and extras, please take this time to go over your positions.
Whoa. Seems Farina's really kicking things into gear as the director.
Is everyone clear? I don't want anyone traipsing around the set like umbrella finches. All right, cameras will start rolling as soon as the set is ready. Let's make a film that'll make some serious waves in Fontaine. Not the kind of waves that drown people. I mean, the good kind of waves.
What happened before this?
Seems like she's still a bit traumatized by that.
By what? What did she do?
Anyway, let's go see if there's anything we can do to help.
Very nice pole, that is. Very, very nice pole. Very, very nice. That thing's been a very much of a pole, or a line. Very pole. Nice to see. Please look. Straight ahead, she's soon. It's a very nice floor. Very nice garden. But especially this pole. Something must be really fascinating about his pole. I don't know what it is. What? We shall figure that out soon enough. We shall do this first. No, wait. I don't know what to do. I know I have to do this.
Ayaka has mentioned you to me before.
Okay. Yes, I did.
She said that you two were great friends when you were kids.
No talking. I'm thinking about how to do your eyeshadow.
Ah, yes. To help me really look.
To achieve a more young and naive look for this scene.
Are you saying the wrinkles around my eyes are too deep?
You just have too much of a calculating look in your eyes.
You sure don't mince your words. It seems you really haven't changed much.
Quiet.
But this very much of a very good poll. What would you need help with the poll?
Here?
A little more to the left.
You got it. Hey, Yoimiya, do you need a hand?
No, I'm fine. You know, doing the lighting is kind of like designing a fireworks show. It's interesting to imagine what kind of atmosphere the lights will create. I heard that the Traveler will be operating the camera and Paimon will be the clapper loader, right? Those roles are just perfect for the two of you.
Really? Is that because it'll be easy for Paimon to hold the clapperboard while flying?
Well, sure, there's that, but that's not exactly what I meant. I just think that after all your journeys together, you two must have developed a super close bond and just naturally know how to work with each other. If I'm not mistaken, the director will want the cameras rolling as soon as the clapperboard goes clack.
Stop wrong, what's going on?
Oh, I see! It's amazing to see the magic behind filmmaking.
Yoimiya, we need lights over there too.
Oh, on it! I've got to get back to work. Chat with you later. Oh, it's exciting to see so many people working together to bring the film to life.
Seems like Yoimiya's really getting into it. But she was right. We do have a super close bond. Paimon's really happy to hear that.
This looks something suspicious.
So, this is a real musket?
No, it's just a prop weapon.
Not
Very
bad.
common.
Have you seen a real musket before?
Only in books and newspapers. I made this one based on the relative shape and proportions I saw in reference image. When we're filming, some special gunpowder will be applied around the muzzle, which will help create the flash and smoke effects of a real gun being fired.
Which means it'll be up to the actors to portray the recoil.
That's right. The sound effects for gunshots will also be added in post-production.
Thank you, Veronique. I think I know where to start now. However, the musket's gears and firing pin could still use some work. Adding some wear on the metallic components will make them appear more realistic. Also, be sure to rub the muskets with some oil each time before we start shooting. That'll give the impression that the firearms have been well maintenanced.
Good point.
You seem to know a lot, Miss Chevres. I assume you use these types of firearms on a regular basis?
Yes, I perform routine maintenance on my weapons every day. Just like we as people need to eat and sleep, muskets need to be cleaned and maintained.
I also perform similar care for my sword every day, and familiarize myself with its shape and weight, to the point where it feels like a natural extension of my body.
Yes, this way, our weapons will never betray us in the heat of battle.
Yes, well said. It seems we have the same philosophy on this topic.
Oh, sounds like they found a common interest to talk about.
Though these props differ from the muskets I use, I can still give you some pointers.
Good. I look forward to your instruction.
First and foremost, never point the weapon at anyone, regardless of whether it's a real or prop weapon, or whether you're holding it or it's on the table. This holds for any time when you're not actively engaging an enemy.
Okay, understood.
When aiming the musket, extend your arm so that it's level with your shoulder, and use your eye to look down the weapon's sights.
Like this?
Not bad. Now, try saying your lines.
This is the end of the road for you.
Good. Now turn your body a little. That way, you'll give your enemy less of a target to work with. And relax your shoulders. Here, allow me to demonstrate. This is the end of the road for you.
Huh. Excuse me, Miss Chiori. Director Farina, there's something I wish to discuss with you.
Oh? What is it?
Like this?
Yes, much better.
What do you think?
I do see your point. But are you sure you wish to do this?
I believe it would be most fitting.
Well, if you insist. All right, I understand.
Miss Ayaka? Huh? What's going on? Are we gonna start filming?
Let's go see.
What is it?
I have a question for you, Miss Chevres. Would you be willing?
What?
To clarify, I would like to turn over my role to Miss Chevres.
But brother...
Don't worry, Ayaka. I actually view this as a good thing. I was becoming troubled trying to set aside some time to speak to the staff at the Palais Mermonia. I would like to have some conversations about the cultural exchange between our two countries, and I've heard that the bureaucratic process here can get rather complicated. Now, I will be able to focus on my work. Besides, you also know that I'm not really one for public performances.
Are you really sure?
From a director's point of view, I also felt like the relationship between the two musketeers in the original story could be improved. The older brother in the story plays the lead role with his overbearing character, but this causes his character to overshadow that of his sister, and the theme of the two supporting and relying on each other isn't conveyed very well. But if we were to change the siblings to two sisters of a similar age, then that aspect of the story might come through more clearly. Also, I've seen you instructing Ayaka. That cold and dignified personality is exactly what we need for the older musketeer.
Of course, even with all these insights, the decision should still be made by Miss Chevres.
Chevres mentioned that she really likes the story, right? Paimon bets that she'll take the role.
Well, we still don't know if she's a big fan, right?
All right, I'll take the role.
Good. It's decided then. I'll get started on making edits to the script. We'll also need to make some immediate adjustments to the lighting, props, and costumes. I have a feeling that our adaptation will be even better than the original story.
You're doing a great favor for me, Miss Chevres. You have my gratitude.
Don't mention it. I like this character, so if anything, I should be the one thanking you.
Well, since my brother is the one who brought up the idea, I suppose there's no need to worry.
Something that would be quite funny is, because I'm the camera operator, imagine I just point the camera away the entire time.
Let's go, Miss Chevres. I look forward to working with you.
Please, just call me Chevres.
Seems like you're really going out of your way to solve the problem I was having with your makeup.
Surely you jest, Chiori. I assure you that I was mostly motivated by a desire to spend more time on formal business.
Oh, come on. You really think I'd buy that? According to what I've heard from Ayaka, her brother is someone who can juggle 10 different matters at the same time. I'm sure you have other reasons for backing out.
Perhaps. Ayaka always said she wanted to go out but I feel that she needs not only to see other nations, but also to make some different kinds of friends. I think it would be harder for her to make new connections with me constantly by her side. I would like to give her some space.
Alright, go on. Spoil her some more.
Ayato, it's too bad you're stepping down from the role. Paimon really wanted to see you act as a musketeer.
This is punishment.
No need to poke fun at me. I'd wager that you also felt that I wasn't the best candidate for the role.
It's a little hard for Paimon to imagine you saying those lines.
What lines?
Yes.
I don't
I've
know
made an
what
appointment
lines
to
they're
meet some
talking
people
about.
from the Palais Mermonia. Now, I will have
I
some
know
more
which
time to
lines they're
prepare.
talking about technically.
Traveler, get the
Just
camera
don't know
ready.
what the lines are.
Paimon, get the clapperboard. Actors, to your positions. We're about to start shooting the first scene.
Go on now. And please take good care of Ayaka.
Yep, don't worry.
Thank
Counts
you.
on us.
I look forward to seeing the film when it's finished.
All right. Now that we're all here, let me help set the scene for everyone. The first scene takes place when our two main characters are still living at the Baron's estate. They've been ostracized and verbally abused by others in the household, but they still have no idea why. We want to capture how naive and innocent they are, despite their pain. Chevres will be playing the role of the older sister, Tulip, and Ayaka will be the younger sister, Iris. Be sure to get close-ups of the main characters at the right moment. Silence on the set!
Right, will this be a...
Camera! Action!
Let's go!
Tulip, Mother's been out for quite a while now.
Perhaps she went to pick some
Oh, it's
flowers on the way
automatic.
home. You know
Seriously?
how she loves flowers.
Iris, Tulip! I'm home!
Mother! You were out for so long, we were beginning to worry about you.
I think the zoom out would have been better.
I'm sorry, but I'm back now, safe and sound. Here, I brought your favorite treat.
Mother, what are those bruises on your hand?
Huh? What bruises? Oh, I must have bumped into something while I was working yesterday.
But I didn't notice them this morning.
Then perhaps they're from when I accidentally tripped when I was out just now. By the way, did you have fun playing at home? What's the matter, Iris?
Well, we've realized that no one really wants to play with us.
They even took Iris's doll and spat at us.
And they even called us names. They said we were...
Shh. It's all right. Don't worry. Girls, listen to me. It doesn't matter what anyone says. Don't listen to them. No one can define you with such words. You both have wonderful lives ahead of you. Just like your names. You will both blossom like beautiful flowers. Maybe your time to blossom hasn't quite come yet, but one day, you two will bloom more beautifully than anything else. Don't let the soil you're in now ruin your future beauty. Understand? My dear daughters.
And cut! Not bad. The actors' emotions were all on point. Let's keep that take. Also, if our clapper loader could avoid shouting at the start of the scene next time.
Oh, got it.
Great. I was a little worried that my nerves would get the better of me. What about you, Chevres?
I felt fine. The lines weren't too difficult at all. Seems like Farina must have adapted the role nicely.
You two were great. I couldn't tell it was your first time acting in a film. You should have more confidence.
Thank you for your encouragement.
Positions, everyone!
Wait.
We'll move on to the next scene after we try a few more camera angles.
Okay, thank goodness. Alright, wait, is this just gonna be an on and on? Am I not gonna be able to, like,
This scene is when our two characters return home,
No!
only
Oh,
to
well.
discover their mother has been murdered.
Okay.
Ready? Lights! Camera! Action!
Mother, we're back. Mother?
What's wrong, Tulip?
Iris, stay away!
Huh? Why? What's... Mother... Mother... She's...
Huh? There's poison in this cup.
Huh? I could have sworn I've seen this kind of cup before.
Those aristocrats. They didn't even try to cover up their actions. Iris, we need to leave this place.
Leave? But now that Mother is gone, where can we even go?
Anywhere. All I know is that we can't stay in this house.
But are we just going to let them get away with this?
We'll have our revenge, I promise you. Just not right now. Come on, let's go.
No, wait. We can't just leave Mother here like this. At least let me leave this rose with her. That's why we went out in the first place. To buy her this flower.
All right. Goodbye, Mother. We'll avenge you. Someday.
And cut! Beautiful! Great performance!
Oh my, you're so amazing, Ayaka! And were those real tears I saw? How did you do it?
I was surprised too.
Thank you for the kind compliments. Actually, as soon as Director Farina said action, I told myself not to think about anything. I just felt the weight of the moment and became the character.
That's how you
It's
act
quite
in
similar to practicing the art of the sword. You clear your mind and focus only on what's happening in front of you.
Ayaka's performance was amazing. Have I discovered an acting prodigy? Pipe down, everyone! We need to move on to the next scene!
And I need to end this video! Oh well. The reason I'm so anxious to end the video is because I'm going somewhere very, very, very early in the morning. Before doing the filming on the quick step pass. Oh yes, yes. That was actually kind of good. I would actually like to watch the full film of that.
But Paimon wants to keep playing with the clapperboard. How do you feel, Traveler? Is your arm sore from holding the camera all day?
Good work, you two.
You too, Shivers. You were quite the actress today.
I've read this novel many times before. I have a good grasp of my character's mindset. Anyway, do you remember my request from yesterday?
Oh, right! We were having so much fun that Paimon nearly forgot! You have a case where the murders seem really similar to the cases in the novel, right? So, how are they similar exactly?
In the story, the main characters grow up to become two musketeers, always using their guns to carry out their revenge. And on each of the victims, they place a rainbow rose as a signal that they've returned. Yes, that's correct. We found rainbow roses just like in the novel. Seems like you're connecting the dots now.
Oh, that does sound pretty concerning, especially after seeing the script today. Ooh, now Paimon can't stop wondering what kind of ulterior motive the murderer might have. What do you think, Traveler? You're smart. Paimon wants to hear your thoughts.
Good. On behalf of Fontaine's Special Security and Surveillance Patrol, thank you for your dedication to justice. There's no time to lose. We should start investigating right away. Follow me.
Huh?
Oh.
Right now? But we just got done filming.
The most valuable intel always comes after nightfall. They are like small, remote islands in the middle of the sea. If you don't stay vigilant, you will pass right by them in the fog. That's how one of my favorite books always puts it, at least.
So where are we going right now?
Let's...
Is there a way I can get up somewhere high or... Let's end the video all the way over here. Okay, done before. Can I climb this? I can. Just give me a second, everyone. Come on, get this thing off my screen. What is... Why is it cheap? Papa, do you see that? I don't like that. Oh, no, no, oh. That's okay. Come on. There we are. We can just do that. So, thank you all for watching today. I had a great time making this video. A lot of fun. Thank you for the people on Twitch that tuned in and watched to the end. I had a great time interacting. And thank you for chatting a lot. And for the people on YouTube that are rewatching this back on YouTube, so when this releases will be Christmas, I believe. Tomorrow's going to be a Christmas stream. I'm just going to do more of these missions, I guess. So, for the people watching back on YouTube, thank you so much for watching and coming to the end. On the right here shall be my latest video. On the left here should be my first video of this series. In the center here should be my subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoy videos like this one, please consider subscribing and leaving a like. Thank you so much, and goodbye.